In today's episode, I want to talk about dialing into what the prospect is really saying. So when you're pitching a deal and the prospect tells you to give them a call back later or, follow up in a day, or they got to talk to their boss, dial in to asking and probing what that means. So I just was coaching one of my outside sales reps, and he's like, oh yeah, I talked to John, the influencer. He's going to talk to the decision maker and then get back to us, and we'll get him. We'll get that company signed up. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? He's going to talk to the decision maker. So let's just say the influencer is John, the decision maker is Bobby. So one of my AEs, he's like, oh yeah, John's going to talk to Bobby, and he'll get back to us with an answer, and they'll be signing up. And it's like, okay, well, what is John going to say to Bobby? Did you ask that? Is he going to say that this is the best platform in the world, world's best sales leads platform, and we need to sign up right away? Is he going to say that, hey, I don't like the platform, let's not use it? Is he going to say, hey, this is something that we should use, and here's the ROI? Is he going to say, we don't even need a new leads platform, so why are we even looking at this? What is Johnny even going to tell Bobby? You need to ask the prospect, the influencers, if they need to talk to someone else, their boss, their spouse, whoever it may be, you got to dial in to how are they going to pitch that to their boss? What does the boss or decision maker typically say? What does the decision maker need to see to make a decision to move forward? Do they need to see anything? Do they need to see an ROI? Do they just give you permission to do whatever you think would grow the business? When I was at IBM and Google, and they just trusted whatever I recommended. IBM, I had to show the ROI and put together 50 business cases to get approval. But when I was selling for the Google search agency, my chief revenue officer knew I was a revenue game changer. So whatever I came to him with, he's like, okay, if this is what you think, then run with it. Those are two totally different processes. One process at IBM, I'd have to present ROI business case, value proposition, so much shit to 10 different people internally to get buy-in and sign off for fucking $100 a month. The other company, the Google search agency, I would present to my chief revenue officer. I would just call him. Hey, Jeff, Brandon, look, I want to get this new sales leads platform. It's going to help me crush it. It's, $100 a month, $3 a day. Just trust me here. You cool with that? Great. Most of the time, he wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even have to get his permission. I would just get it and expense it. So those are three different situations. One, a decision-making process where they have to present to 10 different people and an internal organization to get alignment. The second process is, you just call the decision maker, tell him what you're going to do, and he'll give you approval. Maybe have a question or two and you answer it. The third is you don't even need permission. You just fucking buy it and expense it on your card. So as you can see, you really need to dial in. You need to probe. You need to ask a lot of questions. Hey, John, just give me a call back. Brandon over at Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. We're thrilled to get you on the platform with Seamless Unlimited. What do we need to do to get you upgraded today? John's like, hey, man, love the platform. Really excited to use it. I got to talk to Bobby. I'll probably talk to him later today or tomorrow if I can't catch him today. Let me get back to you. That's when you go into probing. Hey, awesome, man. That sounds great. What does Bobby typically say to you, John, when you recommend sales technologies like Seamless? What does Bobby typically say? Okay, great. Typically he just wants to make sure that it does X, Y, Z, or that it drives revenue. Okay, great. Is there anything that we need to show Bob? When you recommend technologies like Seamless, sales technologies, marketing technologies, do you need to show anything to Bobby to get approval? What's his review, decision-making, purchasing process over there? So that way I can make sure I prepare and give you everything that you need to be successful, to get the technologies you need to maximize your revenue results, right? So you got to really fucking probe. You got to really try to identify, really go deep into, who are the decision makers? What do they typically say when you recommend things like this? What do they need to see to get approval? How long is the decision-making process for getting things like this? Is it immediate? if you show them the ROI, it's instant, or does the CRO or CMO need to take that, CTO need to take that and then present to the CEO? Like, it could be a 10-step process, could be an instant process. So there's a lot of questions. I was on my AE's ass when he's like, oh yeah, I talked to Johnny. He's going to present it to Bobby and we should be good to go. Like, okay, well, like, you're not even 50% of the way there. What do they typically say? What does Bobby typically say when Johnny recommends things? What does Bobby need to see in order to buy this? Have they bought similar technologies in the past? What was the process for that? How is Johnny going to pitch this to Bobby? Does Johnny have everything he needs to effectively and efficiently pitch this to Johnny to get approval? These are all the things you need to really push yourself and ask the tough questions and get the tough answers that you need to help your influencers and decision makers move forward with buying the product that is going to maximize their success. So don't be afraid to dial in on the deal when you're doing pitch follow-ups, meeting follow-ups, demo follow-ups, proposal callback follow-ups. Really dial in on the deal, get it done, make it happen. I hope you found this sales strategy tips and best practices of value to help you crush quota and maximize your sales potential. Thanks for tuning in. And for those of you who don't know me, it's Brandon Bornanson, CEO and founder of Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads platform. Sign up today to get $1,000 worth of free leads at Seamless.ai. And connect with me on LinkedIn, Brandon Bornanson, BRANDON. BORNANCIN. I connect with everyone and I want to help you maximize your potential. Thank you.